Morning. They can't hear me. You. Oh, okay. Oh, choppers. Is what morning choppers? Eish. Like something like hey.
Happened there. Okay, I think now the choppers should be hearing me. Just 1 second, please. Okay, we're good. I think everybody can hear me. Mushu can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good morning. Are you well?
To me.
Yeah.
Good morning.
I need to start with you. I cannot.
You sure we spoke earlier, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Morning.
We must act as if we never spoke in the morning.
We did, nah? Okay,
Yeah.
I get it.
You know how they do it even on TV?
Yeah.
They prepare you first. You talk.
Where they drink Coke instead of brandy. That type of thing. We just pretend. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so let's do it like on TV. We've met before, but to the people it has to be like we just met now on the stream.
Okay. Morning, Mr. MJ.
Are you well?
I'm good. I'm fired.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see you fired up. We gave a signal. We gave a signal on Monday. It was Monday gold. I hope everybody took advantage of that. 2 price points that were hit on gold went nicely to the upside as we had anticipated. US dollars are as well. You kept on emphasizing the guys. We have a high probability, possibility that we're going to see the strength coming from the USD, of which it did. I think for now, we need to have you a name and call you Miss Spot On.
That wouldn't be bad, yes.
Yes, it wouldn't be bad at all. It wouldn't be better. The pressure, yeah. No. Savage is saying you are fired. Like, yeah, Yazi, and he understands what you mean. He's trying to be savage. When you said you are fired today.
I said fired up. Don't forget the up.
Okay, yeah.
How?
He's being himself, don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please like the stream? Rita is saying we gave an institutional signal. Yeah, that's where it is. Banks comes here. Yeah, banks, they come here. Institutions, they come here for signals. Yes. What are we looking at this morning? I see you've got your chart there. The choppers can see your chart. You've got gold there.
Yeah, gold seems like. I mean, I think if everyone knows those little boxes kind of mean something, this is a head and shoulders pattern. Now, bear in mind, I have been saying that gold is probably going to topside. It's going to do topside consolidation.
Yeah.
And I think the formation of this head and shoulders is indicative of that. In terms of look, it's on the final shoulder. I think there's a bit of an echo.
Carry on. Are you getting echo on your side? Maybe you can be just close to your mic there.
It was okay. Am I too close?
No. Yeah. You're good like that.
All right. So I think now okay, everyone knows when a pattern or a final or something like a head and shoulders pattern.
Sure.
You'll always kind of find out towards the end that okay. This is topside consolidation. It's only when the final shoulder is forming that you then have that idea, it's that topside formation. Which then, if that is the case, then it means we're gonna either. Okay, this is what the story is telling. One, we're gonna probably see some volatility, which means your trading range for this particular. So this is, I think I remember it being at 3370. That would be your trading range, and the neckline particularly would be at 32.45. 32.45. So this is basically your trading range.
Yeah.
For whenever throughout the week, because of that final shoulder. So until such time as the 3370 is breached, then it negates the whole pattern. But so what I do, right, is I get it now. What's that low there? That's 32.85 if we round it off.
Yeah.
85. And I want your opinion as well. Huh?
Sure.
Okay, how you see it. Now remember, I'm using the daily chart here. I'm gonna squeeze through the 15 so we can see what entry point we can get in, but I need the story from the daily to tell me how to trade the 15.
Sure.
If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Below 32.65. We've got those levels there. The ones I'm writing here are obviously from the daily charts. Then when you start moving to the 15, okay, so let's just go over the story. The story says gold is forming a potential head and shoulders pattern, which is a topside consolidation with potential downside. And the second part is it's forming the final shoulder, which means we should anticipate either volatility or a break through the neckline. Right?
Okay.
Then we move to the 15-minute, which is going to look quite different in a sense that it's the 15, and anyway, this will tell you that's the final shoulder. Now we're going to start looking for entries within there. So I'll tell you what it's telling me now. You see where the nice short is going to come in, right there. 32.85. I probably wrote it somewhere. I don't know where it is now. Where did it go? Let me just redo it. 32. $32.85. Or is it 80? Let's just say 80. Is it 84? 32. Huh? Low. Let's say it's 80. Okay. So that for me, once you see now, it's the RSI. This is a 15-minute RSI is okay, and then the RSI. Remember, do you ever draw trail? You don't use RSI.
No, I do, and the choppers know that normally when I use the RSI is for if I'm looking for a reversal pattern. I see that the market is a bit oversold, so I will then put the RSI on 80 to 20. Those are the settings I will have there, and wait for divergence.
And then what's your period?
I'll go with 14. I normally go with 14 because remember, I go with 14 because I'm only using RSI for a reversal pattern. So if I'm seeing an overbought at a certain price, I don't even care about the period. For me, it's just to look for divergence. That's the only thing I'm looking for. So it's not even looking at a trend or anything.
Doing it with the 14.
Yeah.
You find joy in working with the 14.
That's why I'm saying I don't even care about the period because it's most of the time it's merely for reversal patterns only, and which is 20, not even 20%, 15% of how I trade. That's when I will integrate that. But in most cases, it will be trade using 786 FIB retracement as well as the VWAP, looking for volumes in terms of where I can find the most volume and go with it.
It's interesting how we have different types of analysis. We were talking about VWAP now.
Yeah.
And you were talking about your... Sorry, I'm just trying to draw my levels, so that I have a...
What time frame is that? Are you on 50 minutes?
So this is in 15, yeah. So that at least we have some kind of, let's see, 32.
Can you please, in the meantime, while you're busy plotting your levels there, please tell the choppers you like the stream.
I'll our choppers, but because
I mean, I'm
he's
tired.
My choppers, they're doing their best.
No, 63 are watching, 36 have liked this stream.
Guys.
I think we need to give away prizes for if we get 100 likes a day. Maybe we can then say you win something. Maybe they will like. They will like even before the stream. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
you
maybe.
know these things better.
I think maybe that can work.
How? I'm a choppers, but tell the local, ne?
Yeah.
Wait, 32. Why am I getting this? Wait, this is there. And this is. Sorry. This is the most weird. 32. Sorry, guys. I'm just having a bit of a moment here. 32. 79. What's this one here? Okay, so this is 32.75. Let's leave it there. And I'm just trying to get these levels so it becomes easier. Sorry. $32.70. Nazo, delete that because I really can't understand why. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. These are the levels. These are the take profit levels. It will be a 10. MJPEG. Are you there? Is everyone still there?
I'm listening. We're waiting for you. Everyone is waiting for you. Family signal. We're all waiting for that signal.
The pressure. Hello. 32, 60, 60, 32, 60. All right. 32. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I am seeing at this point. So you remember the story of that final shoulder? So we know there's going to be consolidation and just that huge range band.
Yeah.
So what this is telling me, right, according to the charts, is that it's currently doing one of those RSI breaks on the top end. We might likely see upside to 3,300, right?
Sure.
That gives that buy signal with potential gains to 3310. That's on the 15-minute chart. But that's just the consolidation of the final shoulder. So what you would do is play, just kind of draw your trend lines and play around the fact that it's forming that final shoulder. And that if there is that top side, it may just be limited to that, and then there's going to be continued downside again as it heads to that red trend line there, which would be the neckline. So what this is saying is, kind of anticipate volatility within that range band that I showed you on the daily chart.
Sure.
And then if you then zoom it into a 15-minute chart, it could then give you earlier entries that you can play around with. So just to recap on that, in case I'm just not making sense. Basically, this is what the range for, it's a huge range, 33.7 from there. And the low, so effectively, all these little levels here. What's this level here? Low. 32.45. Effectively, at 32.45 is where that would be confirmation. Okay. Of the head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish pattern, and from there onwards it's just downside. But because it's forming the final shoulder, we can play around these little entries within the final shoulder, as I'd mentioned here. So if we want to try it out, I want to hear your view as well. I would say should I just put it a sell around there and a buy there. A buy there.
Okay.
Baba. Now it's waiting for that to pan out. What's going to break? Either upwards or downwards. Now, what's going to tell us what's going to break is the RSI. If the RSI just remains bearish, then it's likely that this part is the 3280 is going to be breached. But if the RSI breaks out, then there's a higher probability that the buy signal will be triggered. But if these trend lines are both respected, we should expect that downside below 3280 towards, I would say, a $10 move to 3217.
Okay.
What do you think?
Let me look at mine. Sure. As is the white chart, guys. I'm actually running a poll there, Mush. I don't know if you can see it. Let the people vote.
I said.
Let the people vote.
And guys, yeah, we do white just for more visibility. Last time when I saw your charts, I couldn't see it properly because it had a black background.
Yeah, no. As a white delay. But let the people vote. It's fine. In the meantime, though,
Black is winning.
Yeah, it's 50-50 at the moment. Then please, guys, don't be biased because of Mush is using a white chart. We've done this before, and you guys have always voted for dark. Please, don't disappoint me, choppers.
Isan, you see, it's breaking through that level. That RSI, what time is it now? Okay, we still got about 9 minutes.
Okay. Let's okay, mine. Okay, I think maybe let's do a recap of what we spoke about on Monday. So my level, I think your level was 3295, ne? On Monday for the buy. Because we were bearish at some point and we wanted to.
Remember, yes, in order for it to buy, it was 3295.
Yeah, 3295. So it was a
sell with potential downside to 3295, and it went there.
Yeah,
and then we buy it back.
Yeah.
Go up, yeah.
So we bought it back at 3295, 3293. This is what we spoke about on Monday. That let's look at this potential reversal here to the upside. As you see, guys, it clearly did that from 3295, 3293 all the way to 3346, so $3,346 there, an ounce on gold. Beautiful setup. I hope most of you took this setup because it was a beautiful one. It was making sense for us to look for buy orders at that point. What is it that we're gonna be looking at today? From the 50 minutes perspective, I think I'm going to, my system is lagging there a bit. I don't know why. Let me try to sort it out quickly there. Mush, you can still hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Yeah, it's the white chart that is making my system to have this type of this. When it's dark, it never does this. I can promise you. I can promise you. Okay, hopefully we are okay now. I'm looking at, so we are now currently trading at 3,291. I'm looking at, sure, I've got another level there, possibly at 3,300 and 3,000. Yeah, that's
makes
what
sense. I mean, that's support becoming resistance.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
it's been support for some time, so it's going to become resistance. That's why it becomes a buy. But yeah, let's see at 9. I'm at this point it's a wait and see game because they're now testing those trend lines, and a reversal below those trend lines would then give us a better story that looks like the downside will be breached or either the upside.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
all right. I was looking at euro dollar there. Unfortunately, oh my word, missed this, but either way, it didn't come to my discount level. I had a discount at 1.170 there on euro dollar. So I was looking to buy this in the morning there, Mush. And the reason why is that we retested back at my VWAP level. I knew that there's a high probability that we can find a reversal or a retest at that price, go down a bit, and that's when I'm going to go to the upside. And my discount was going to come at 1.17078. Unfortunately, I did not get that, but yeah, let's wait for 9 o'clock and see what we will do. But I think currently for now, euro dollar, I will be bearish until 9 o'clock. Then I'm going to take it from there. Besides this, what are you looking at on your side? You spoke about Bitcoin in the morning.
Yeah, let me just
look at it, please.
Take a squeeze at the Bitcoin. Should we ask our family what they want us to look at too?
Yeah, no, that definitely. Why not? I don't see why not.
Oh my God, so many. Ooh, let's see. This looks quite squished. Are we looking at my euro dollar? Okay, cool. So I'm just picking up a potential breakout with that happening. So I'm looking at the daily. No, not really. Okay, let me delete that one. Can you see an inverted head and shoulders here?
Where is that?
Do you like trading patterns?
Well, I would normally look at head and shoulder pattern, W pattern, M pattern if I see.
What's your favorite?
I would say both. If I'm looking for a peak formation forming, I like that as my reversal pattern, and that's when I'm going to integrate again the RSI there to see if maybe we can see a potential reversal. But if I am in between price and I don't see price peak, I don't normally use them.
I love patterns.
Yeah, I can see.
I really do. They I mean, a big chunk of our CMT course is based on patterns because it's human. You can just tell human nature tendencies in patterns.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is quite clear. We're in the final shoulder of this one. And if it's an inverted head and shoulders pattern, that means a positive, like an upward break is anticipated. Wobble.
Yeah.
So if we make this smaller, now we know we're expecting bullishness rather than bearishness which kind of goes in tie with where the gold is expected to go. So if the Bitcoin is going up, it means the Bitcoin is going up, the US dollar is weakening.
Sure.
I mean, rather strengthening. Oh, what is this correlation? Sorry, my mind just went blank for a second. If gold is going to fall, it means dollar is going to strengthen, right? Let's see with this happening here.
What's that? 15 minutes on BTC there?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay.
Let's see. What time is it? Okay, no, it's not 9 yet. I just wanted to go to the gold chart quickly. Ooh, so that broke out. That gave us a buy with the potential upside to there. I think once it tests whatever this level is, let me write it down for you. I think it may then give us a short because it will be a reversal, potential reversal. So it has 901. 109. Oh my. 109. So this is your level. This would be your short. I get it, because every time you can see this is a huge ceiling here. And this breakout here is what constituted this upside. And once it gets there, it may then do a bit of a pullback. So this would be where your selling is, right?
Yeah.
With potential downside to there, because it seems to be consolidating in a pattern. So what's that low? 108.350, 108.350. 08.
By the way, the dark black chart is winning so far.
It's winning.
Yeah. Can't wait to go back to my black chart.
Okay, sorry guys, I'm gonna have to keep it white.
No, yours keep it white. It's fine.
Site as well.
It's okay. Yours you can keep it white.
We like all things black though, but yeah.
Yeah, cause either way you like European stocks, so it's fine. Keep it black. Keep it white.
So is that strategy making sense to everyone though?
108.350, 109, 175, 175. Does it mean that you want to break above that, possibly go back to 110?
If it does, né?
Yeah.
If it does break, but can you see it's been failing for some time now? So it may just, and if that RSI is overbought by the time it's hitting there, then it's likely to just pull back.
Okay, makes sense though.
So I think this consolidation is what you would concentrate on. Let me just put in the middle level for.
It kind of tends me off, that consolidation. I don't want to lie.
Yeah, I also just don't like. You know what I prefer, to be honest with you. I would prefer a breakout either way or that, but. Yeah, consolidations also make me a bit antsy. They could go any direction. Yeah. So if you don't want to play on that consolidation, and I've got a friend that does so well in consolidations, but he's always drawing trend lines
within the consolidation levels.
Yeah, he's always kind of drawing trend lines in his to know when to be getting out. But I'm just, like you. I'd rather buy there. And then short once these two levels are breached, not do the opposite. But in this case scenario, it does seem as if we could hit there and pull back, which means but also bear in mind that it's in the final shoulder of a bullish pattern.
Sure.
So the probability of it breaking above 109 is quite strong because it is forming that bullish pattern. Yeah. But if it doesn't, it just means that final shoulder is still forming.
Okay. All right.
I don't know, am I making sense to?
No, I think you are. Rita is also saying Bitcoin and consolidation is stressing a lot. Yeah, stressing us a lot. And that's why I'm saying it's kind of turning me off as well.
And it's just because it's doing the final shoulder. You really have to anticipate. Consolidation until I think the level that then says, all right, now this has breached is now trading, has completed that inverted head and shoulders pattern. We should expect upside is around 110.545.
Yeah.
So that would be the level. Be like, okay, guys, the pattern is complete. Yeah, and we can, because you see, it's good. The neckline would have been breached. And that gives a nice buy. You know how the Bitcoin could just do one of these. So right now, you either play that sideways movement.
I like swinging. My crypto portfolio, especially Bitcoin. I like swinging it on 4 hours. Have a long-term approach towards it. We've been trying to get a squeeze around 99,000. But unfortunately missed it. Cause the reason why I like doing that is this consolidation patterns you will find on lower time frames. So rather for me to avoid the stress, if I found discount and I sold it at the high at the certain price tag, I would rather than hold it for the whole week, knowing that maybe that consolidation is just picking up others and it will go my direction. But I never want to be trapped on lower time frames.
Savage says, is it safe to enter on a shoulder or neckline?
By the way,
just reply to that. So you know what? To be safe, I would say neckline breakout. Neckline breakout, because that, again, a lot of traders are looking for a neckline breakout, and you always want to try and do what they are doing, or mimic what they're doing. So I would say neckline breakout, because that then means it's the end of that entire formation and the beginning of another trend. So the end of that consolidation or that tug of war between buyers and sellers. And now buyers, if it's an inverted head and shoulders, now buyers are taking charge. So I think the neckline consolidation is key, and especially if you just trade slightly above it. Also waiting for a retest. You get what I'm saying? Like this being a neckline, if we're seeing something similar, I don't know how to draw these lines here. Let's just do this. Oof. For instance, if it goes through the neckline there, right, and then does a little retest. Remember, this is the neckline. Sorry, how do I get the up? I'll get, and then do a retest. So at this point is when you enter, when the retest is done. It's usually better that way. So am I answering your question right, Savage?
German 40 just made a new high. Oh, this thing has been moving, eh? I actually got it wrong from Monday. I actually anticipated the sell-off, but we are now heading to 24,300. Let me try to put up my chart there.
Yeah, put up your chart there. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's safe now to close the poll. 69%, by the way, Memushimagama. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you what the choppers, and I'm sure you can see it on your screen. The choppers are saying dark mode. 70-30. Dark mode. And I think that's what we have to go with now, guys.
Let's do
it's
that,
clear. The people have spoken. You know, a good comrade.
Can I keep mine white though? It's clearly for my eyesight, honestly.
Yeah, not keep yours white. I'll keep mine black. The comrades have spoken.
They've spoken.
Yeah, so let's give them what they want. The only thing the comrades are not doing right is liking the stream. 103 watching, only 65 have liked the stream. That's the only thing the comrades are getting it wrong. But when it comes to the poll, the comrades are spot on. How are you finding the Johannesburg weather? By the way, guys, if you don't know, Megama is not only from Johannesburg. She's staying in 2 cities, talking about levels. Sorry to just put you on the spot. How are you finding Johannesburg? Because I know most of the time you are in Cape Town, but I think it's cold there now.
You know, okay, so I do 50-50. It's a month in, month out type of thing.
Yeah.
Cape Town is snuggly. It's a nice little snuggly wawa with your booth there, weather. But I see there's some sun coming in. But what I do like about Joburg weather is at least the sun is out.
Yeah.
All the time. Although I do miss a bit of a Netflix and chill in my bed thing.
Yeah.
But that's the at least gratifying thing about Joburg is just having the sun, because guys, if it's gray all the time, it does tend to get to you mentally.
Yeah.
So I don't know how people overseas can stay in like these countries overseas years on end without getting sun.
I just put a black chat already. I feel like my brain is opening up. Guys, get your accounts ready. I'm about to give a signal. Serious, my mind just opened up now. I feel like I have purpose now in this career. Right. Sure, this thing has been moving up. But you know what? As much as I see this thing made a new high today at 24,300, I'm still going to be bearish, but only if I close below VWAP. So I'm going to put my price alert at 24,250, which is also a psychological level for me. We tap and close below that, and I'm going to look and for sell short setups for me as far as this German 40 is concerned. NAS 100, I don't like what I'm seeing there, and I think please allow me to put my fixed range, and let me see the volume that I have there. Point of control, I have it at 22,738. I am above VWAP and my POC level, but I'm still consolidating. So there's a range between 22,782 and 22,675. I need to break at least below one of the two, then I can take it from there. Right, that's NAS 100 for me. Yeah, the people are agreeing.
Is it?
Yeah.
Lady Peter Hasela says, and he's right. I did say. I actually spoke about this yesterday on Business Day. The silver gold ratio.
By the way, guys, please, what's the DSTV channel for Business Day TV?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. I'm not too sure. Business channel.
Channel 412.
412. Okay. Yeah, 412. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Azwe, you see?
Channel,
Oh, you've got your chart open. Sorry, I thought it was my chart.
Okay, let me put your chart. What's happening there?
No, gold is retracting from that. It's respecting that trend line again.
All right, so they can check you out on Business Day TV, guys. Miss Gamma is there. Is it a trade of the week show? Something like that.
So it's about, well, we rotate with 4 analysts, institutional analysts. I can look at the institutional.
Yeah.
4 institutional analysts. And so yeah. So it was my week, and then again it's going to be my week in the next week.
Okay.
Or 2.
So which days can they catch you?
So let me just see the schedule. Give me a sec. Let me just go.
Yeah, so it's channel 412, guys. You can see
On the 29th.
on the 29th, you're gonna be there again. All right.
It's appearing 3 times in a month. Yeah.
3 times in a month. So it's normal on Tuesdays, isn't it?
Tuesdays.
Okay, yeah. So yesterday you were there. Yesterday it was a quiet day for me and you. We never spoke much because I know you were shooting. You were at studio, ne? You shot it at studio.
You have to go to the studio. They can't really do it over online like this, and I really wish they could.
Yeah.
It's quite far, but anyway, we do what we have to do.
Sure. So guys, let's show our appreciation to our fellow comrades here. Business Day TV on DSTV channel 412. Do you know perhaps the times it's going live on TV?
In the evenings, I think it's 6 to 6:30.
Okay, 6 to 6:30.
It's a pre-recording, and then
Oh, I see. Okay.
They try to do it at a time where everyone is at home. Actually, maybe, you know what? I'll get the clip for Mr. Peter. Maybe we can put it on the thing, because I'll get the clip where I discuss the gold-silver ratio there. And because it's more of a long-term view, and I think our choppers like more of my 15-minute charts thing. Yeah. But it's an interesting thing where, I mean, in terms of, because, you know, besides CFDs that I analyze for my clients, it's also I help clients build long-term portfolios. In other words, the idea is to be able to outperform your RA. Okay, so that view was very much a long-term, because Business Day TV viewers like long-term outlook of things. And I was just merely saying that silver and gold have a tendency. They've been trading like that. So the gold silver ratio is the gold price over the silver price. Yeah. And if you calculate that, for many years it has been below 70. And from last year, it then went above 80, 90. And when it's above 80, 90, obviously because gold went up, then silver has a tendency to catch up.
Yeah.
And as an alternative, because I think silver is now, because everyone's going for sustainable living, silver is now being built in. It is now being used for panels for what's the solar paneling.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a demand for that.
Okay.
And you can literally see silver starting to somewhat catch up to gold. I think my calculation was at least a 25% gain from a pattern breakout to about $44. And then I just spoke about what shares or what EFTs you can buy in terms for your portfolio to, and choppers must also look into getting, building nice portfolios and not just being trading on these 15-minute charts and stuff.
Yeah.
I think we should get them into building their own portfolios as well.
Yeah, most definitely. We spoke about that, by the way, guys. We're going to have a lot of webinars with Miss Kama here. And I think she's in a better position to help us with that. So I think we're going to be busy the next month. It's August, ne? Winter will be fading away a bit. At least
I want to help the choppers build nice portfolios, man. They have that nice lump sum that they can rely on.
Sure.
I mean, I can show you. Let me just show you something quickly. Just by the way, let's get back to this gold trade that I'm watching. You see this particular move here? I don't know if I can zoom it in. You see how I love the RSI? Like the way it just tells you in advance. So although we had a bit of a respect and pullback, the RSI did a retest. Can you see the retest? This itself is saying we should potentially wait for breakout above
3,300.
That gives us a nice buy. So, but you know what it will do? This is what I suspect. It will trade their pullback, of course, and then once it pulls back and then goes back up again, that gives you the buy signal. So I would suggest one waits for for it to test and pull back before they get in. So it will be test, pull back, retest, and then the push through. This then gives us a better buying opportunity with that upside to 310, another $10. So it's about $10 up and down that you can achieve from this. So I'm voting for an upward break, potentially. What are you saying?
No, definitely. 3,300 a break above, potentially 3310. When you wrote it like that, I'm just thinking, you remember the 3310 phone?
I wasn't born. Make sure.
I think I'm a 2000. We're not born when we were using 3310. You still remember that 3310? That's the only phone that matters on planet Earth.
I'm just assuming. Was it a Nokia?
Don't assume. You know it was a Nokia. You know you had one. You were calling your clients with it. 3310, guys. I want to read out something here. As the choppers have started, and we are serious. Listen to what Sis Nontantle is saying. I'm sure you've seen the police commissioner of KZN? Mkwanazi. Now listen to what Sis Nontantle say. He say, I love that you're calling us comrades. Can I be the minister of police before things get out of hand?
I think we would have better trust in her. Yazin.
Definitely. Thank you for applying, Sis Nontantle. We'll definitely consider you for the position. I'm telling you, once I become president,
I say let's vote for Sis Nontantle.
We will. Definitely.
I just want to show you something quickly. It's okay. I build financial models as well, right?
Sure.
Okay. So how do I share this? Let me see if it will come up. Let me just see if it will come up. I just want to show you a portfolio that has been built from the beginning of January. Can you please? Can you please make it a big screen? We are talking of numbers here. We need to see it as big as we can. I hope it's not. Can you see this?
But you can just, for those of you who cannot see, if it was black, everyone would see, but it's fine. Carry on.
I saw that. Oh, shoot. What did I do?
No, it's no longer there.
Oh, man.
The only thing appearing there is the promo code. Guys, please use the promo code, ne?
Can you see this now?
Yeah, we can.
I'm trying to figure out how I can make it. Let me just try and make it.
No, it's okay. Please don't stress. It's okay. Just take us through it.
So this is just basically. So this is a model I built based on my analysis, and it then tells me it turns red or green. Already saying we should be out of gold here. I mean, I went out of gold. I said go long gold 2021, and then I said sell in 2025. Are we in 5 now? Yeah, 2025. Right. That was a nice return there. But look at the returns from the beginning of, look at that. Look at, these are all shares, and I must have at least 15 of these in my portfolio. But these are shares I recommend to my clients that you can start. Look at these returns, 41%,
sure.
32.
Sure.
Look at blue, 115. This is a portfolio, 49, 46. Okay, this one's not doing well. I don't know why, but.
What's that, DCP?
Yeah, that's Discam, but I'm still quite positive on Discam as well as
Discount Pharmaceuticals.
This is just my losing one there, but there's something I'm holding for some reason. I must just 13% is a bit of a. But look at these. So, one must also try and consider, besides these, these CFD trades, actually owning equity.
Yeah, makes sense. Wow, that's a lot, eh? What?
Owning some kind of equity for long term, just to cover yourself, guys. It's not just about these daily buys and sells, and it helps. I think one of the best, which I find one of the best platforms to start a portfolio would be with Easy Equity.
I think we definitely need to have, guys, as I've promised you that I'm not bringing a Telegram trader here.
When people ask what institutions, they're the ones that would ask, so which sectors would you be invested in?
Yeah.
And I have to then come up with, well, when I was doing it for asset managers now, I don't do asset managers. Sorry, that came out wrong. I'll have them still call me, but I don't go out to roadshows anymore. I deal more with an online individual. Yeah. I find more joy with that.
Blackman is asking, which platform do you use to trade low-cost stocks?
Is it this as in platform for CFDs or for equities?
I think for equities.
Yeah, I you know what? If you look at them, because you also need to look at your brokerage of how much they charge you to go in and out, which you won't be going in and out quite often because it's more buy. You're going to be buying. You're only going to be selling shares that you have, for example.
Yeah.
So I think the cheapest brokerage costs, because they don't offer you the glitz and glamours in terms of you trade yourself. No broker is going to do it for you. Would be Easy Equities.
Okay.
It's quite easy to open up the account.
Yeah. Can I then ask, please, this is a humble request. Can I then ask that we have days where you are going to take us through these portfolios, especially from the charts perspective?
Love that. I love that. That's my thing. So what we could do is probably have at one, like towards the end of the Friday, just talk about an equity share that everyone can buy.
Yeah.
And keep in their portfolio. And then when there's anything untoward that's happening with it, I'll be able to say, okay, guys, like the gold, we'll be like, okay, now we need to get out of gold, buy something else, take our profit, let's go. Less stressful. Ooh, gold, even it's giving us false. Anyway, we're watching it.
Yeah.
And so I would let's try and do a equity stock a week.
Okay. I think maybe mostly on Fridays we can look at that, how they have performed and what we can be looking at for the following week. Why I actually love this because
build portfolios as well. Yes, I'm feeling good about this building portfolio thing.
Yeah. What's nice is that I once had a webinar with the choppers, and we spoke about this. So guys, try to diversify your portfolios as much as you can. Some of you are bad day traders, but you might be a good investor. Long term, you find that you're actually doing well, because that you can detach a lot of emotions when you have bought a certain portfolio and you just let it ride, let it do what it has to do you are not worried about a lot of things. Emotions are not involved.
Yeah, they're not much enough. And it would be nice if you choose shares that also offer dividends.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice. That's a nice little bonus, you know?
Mm.
And, I literally use my account as like my easy equity account like a bank, because the returns I get are stupendous. They're not like what you'd get at a bank, right?
Yeah.
And you're able to get your money. Okay, maybe it takes a day, but it's easy to access your money. So I want our choppers to also consider building portfolios.
Yeah, no, would really appreciate that. Rita was asking something here, and I wanna answer Rita here. He's saying, can you please share for CFDs? Rita, Okta has shares, my friend. There's no other one you could use. Okta is there. Use the one for Okta, isn't it, Miss Gamma?
Yes.
For CFDs, Okta.
Yeah. We can do CFDs on Okta.
Yeah.
Okta,
please, guys, why are you panicking, Rita? My friend, we can use one on Okta. If you wanna go the CFD route, I would say rather go with Okta, man. No any advice. Someone is saying on Fridays there won't be clubs because the choppers will be learning. I like that. No more clubs.
Shout out to Neptune, child. Ish. Let's get about the Neptune. Any advice after losing a prop firm account?
You're not into prop firms, right?
But they're very useful.
Yeah, guys. I think I need to, for those of you who joined us for today or joined us for the first time, Miss Gamma is not okay. She's working with CFD. She has work that she does with CFD, but she's more on. I mean, she has seen millions and billions. Prop firm for her is not something that she needs. You know what I mean? That question maybe then would come to me. Any advice after losing a prop firm account? Ms. Gamma, I've been saying this for the longest time, especially about prop firms. Purpose, and it goes back to what a lot of people always ask me: how much money do I need to start trading? And I always say it's purpose. I believe we are in one of the best industries in the world, and the reason why I say that is, think about it, man. As much as some people can say, no, demo accounts are useless and whatnot, fine, I hear them and understand them, right? But think about it. If you are going to have a look at a modeling of business, you are having a phone, maybe for example, or a gadget that you want to introduce to the market, right? You are having a product, it goes through a production process that's costly for you as a company owner, the person that started that company. You understand what I mean? Then you need as much money as possible to invest in the production process. After the production process, it needs to go for testing. That's money again, right? After testing it, if it's fine, it passes all the requirement to go out there, compliance and whatnot. You have to take it to the real world now, and that's when now you will need a budget for marketing. You will need a budget for market research and all that. From the day you start with the product, it's gonna cost you. But look at our industry. You don't need money to start with anything, right? You start with demo money. That is your testing phase. That is your production process. Now, when you are saying you are ready, you wanna go live, you have not spent much money. You've only utilized time. Then now you're getting into the introduction of the product to the world. And if it fails, you can still go back and say, okay, fine, I'm going to go back to the drawing board. What is it that I was getting it wrong? As opposed to if it was an actual product, even if it fails in the real world, it's going to cost you money again to do testing again, production process and whatnot. So the thing that I'm trying to say here, and I'm saying all of this to try to answer a question: what do you do when you've lost a prop firm account? Go back to the drawing board. I don't think you went to, I think most people, well, I might be wrong because I don't know what made you buy a challenge, a pro firma account, right? But in most cases, people who generally buy these accounts, these are people that know how to trade. So for the fact that you failed an account, it doesn't mean you are a bad trader, or it doesn't mean you don't know how to trade. It simply means maybe you did not understand the requirement process that company, which is the pro firm company, they were obviously every pro firm has their own requirement, their own rules, regulations, and whatnot. Maybe you did not adhere to what they put on the table for you to be working with them. So I would say to you, go back to the drawing board and try to see exactly where you got it wrong for you to lose their account. Exactly. Crypto is saying barrier to entry is very low. I mean, anybody can wake up and start learning. You can start learning today, trading, and the next day or the next year or the next decade, go live and start working, start that business of trading. As opposed to if you want to start even a tomato business in South Africa, it's relatively expensive to do that, because you have to get money for the stock, you have to position yourself in such a way that clients need to come. It's stressful, right? But in our company or in our business, which is the trading business, is that the only thing you need to deal with is yourself more than anything.
It's true. You know what, MJ, there are a few shoppers that are asking what are my RSI settings.
Yeah.
I use 3 period and 80-20. And I use that because I find it useful. I find it very useful in telling me what to do and telling me what's going to happen on the price chart. And I just generally work better with the 3 period. Also, a lot of the traders on the desks use 3, so you need to kind of position yourself with that so you can know what their thinking is. So if it's overbought, you know that they're probably also going to go sell, or vice versa.
Chabas, can we like this? We had 153 people watching. Only 90 have liked the stream. Can we get people liking the stream, please, family?
So the choppers, it's not just currencies and stuff. So they also trade shares. CFD shares.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah, we should try them on the Octa platform and see what shares. I'll take a look at some of them. So yeah, it would be nice to have a nice portfolio with, like a CFD portfolio, trading with Octa. And then an equities one as well. What do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely.
Okay. These, I was spotting a double top which may just fail if this doesn't. I wonder what it's struggling a little here.
What is that, gold?
Yeah, gold. I'm watching this trade. I think I want to get into it.
On the upside.
It depends on where it breaks out.
Okay.
I already know the breakouts I get.
Okay.
So once you know the breakouts, I think that's what I enjoy about technical analysis, is once you've done your analysis, and I know sometimes the patience, it's like, well, it's a 15-minute chart. At least you have to wait every 15 minutes. But you already know the levels in your head, and you've already got the strategy in your head. For example, in my case, if it breaks above 3,300, right, then I know it's a buy signal that could take me to 3,310. So my strategy has to work on that. But if it doesn't, then my sell strategy will kick in, which means selling at 32.80 with potential downside to 32.70. It's also a $10 move. So that's basically what I have to wait for, is a breakout on both directions.
Interesting. So Friday, I guess it is.
I'm always drawing trend lines. You're gonna have to excuse me with that. Always. Like trend lines to me are just so key. Don't you find it that way? Some people, and drawing them correctly. I hate it when I see people's trend lines looking really not correct.
Yeah.
And it goes all in MJ that your trend lines are very flimsy.
I never use trend lines.
Well,
I used to.
Always use trend lines. What are you talking about?
I never use trend lines. Never.
Trend lines basically tell you the start of one sentiment and the end of the other.
I have ADHD, remember, so the more my chart has a lot of things, the more I have a lot of things on my chart, the more I know. So I'd rather not have a lot of things on my charts. That's why I normally rely on volume profiles to give me a glimpse of what I'm looking at.
I'd like to find out how all the other choppers trade. Do use trend lines?
Yeah, I'm sure they do. We have a lot of people here that are trading different strategies.
The most basic thing in technical analysis is knowing how to. You can walk away knowing how to draw correct trend lines and identifying support and resistance levels. I think that's a basic start that you need to get into in order to understand market sentiment. Without them, I think a lot can go wrong. And I suppose a lot of my calls are based on just doing that simple thing of just drawing trend lines and support and resistance. And they tend to pan out because like a breakout of a trend line means there's a change in sentiment. Not just a candle that moves downwards 3 times or anything like that.
You know what? My I think it's just emotions attached to how people put trend lines and have this conviction that the price has to come at my trend line and reverse there just because you drew a trend line, So I never want to do that. Like I hate trend lines. I'll be honest with you. I really hate trend lines. Break above structure. I'm all your guy. Trend lines.
What is the structure?
So what I would do is, let me put on my chart.
Yeah, put on your chart. Let me just see. Because this would be an interesting duo in terms of your structure and my trend line breakouts. That would be interesting to see that.
So you see.
Yeah, you see, even trade with Tabo is saying big up to trend lines. How? Thank you.
Tabo ya buys.
Hey, I got buys.
Tibos, you umagamo yafika manje uyanjikela. Yeah, trades by Mets. Yeah, listen to what trade by Mets says. Say, I don't trust trend lines. Yeah, that's my guy there.
You don't trust trend lines. Wait till I show Mets.
Okay, so I can you see how my chart is like now? Eh?
I think I can still
okay,
see
you will see it later as it goes on. Kunje, you cannot see it on your side end. So basically what you have there and what I have here is the same thing. You have a trend line there, but I can tell you that we've got the same price points and we're gonna basically do the same thing when price breaks a certain price point, right? I don't have a trend line there, but I know exactly what I'm looking at. If now I'm below a certain level, of which I'm looking for buy setups, right? 3,300. I break above it.
Sorry, MJ, I'm really waiting for your chart. This is a bit delayed. I can't see your chart.
Yeah, I understand. And I cannot put it on the control room.
Don't worry. Continue though.
So if I break above a certain, let me put a white thing here.
Sure, Robza, he likes trend lines too. Should we do a voting thing?
Yeah, we will now. And I can show you most don't use trend lines here. They go with the president. Yeah, that's me trying to win this. That's me trying to win the argument. That's what I'm saying. That I'm hypnotizing. I'm hypnotizing them already that they must not vote for trend lines. So if I break above, so I've got 3,300, knowing that if I break above it, chances are I'm going to retest it and go to the upside. So for me, if I have a trend line here, for example, one can say, nah, don't have it there, have it there, right? Which one is which? I can agree with the one that will say this is your third touch, break, retest a certain level, and this will be your third touch there. That's where you can potentially take your TP. And one can say, I break my trend line at 3,297, retest it. It's the same thing. I mean, that retest, it might be retesting at your trend line, but it's retesting at my price level, which is the yellow line here, 3,297, and still go my direction. Right.
Tabitha says trendline gang. Let's see. Trendline gang structured great.
Tabolo got the saying, I'm with the president on this one. Also, don't try.
Wait.
Yeah.
I also don't try. Ha, Tabo.
No, we don't trust trendline. In fact, let's run a poll here.
Yeah, let's run a poll. Oh.
I've seen people with a lot of things on their charts. Like they have 100 things on their charts, and I'm like, how do you even trade with so many things? Like,
I can't stand that.
You see, so my brain works in such a way that the more I have a lot of things, the more I get confused. So Black Man is saying volume is the best. Exactly. We trade volume, not trend lines. So let's
No, you know what? We can actually test this with trades as we go on. What gave you better information? I think let's track
but look,
let's vote.
we are about. I'm running the poll now. But look, let me say this, and I think I've mentioned this on Monday. Ne? I have a friend that trades different from me, but we have the same prices. I mean, look at the gold chart we had on Monday. We were doing the same thing. You had your strategy, I had my strategy, but both of us were looking at the same thing, and the trade went our direction, right? So I think it's all about how you perceive things, how your brain is wired and whatnot. But me, in a nutshell, I don't really like trend lines. Trend lines are for architects. Why are you putting them on the charts?
You're going to see.
And believe you me,
for a while. I'm going to convert you all to trend lines.
And believe you me, I have people that I've coached that are still using trend lines and use the same strategies. They're just adding trend lines just for them, because sometimes people don't see prices the way I do. So trend line gives them that extra confirmation.
You don't trade on the trend line. You need to understand that you do not trade on the trend line, but the trend line prepares you for a trade. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in a breakout, then okay, I should be preparing for a buy. So it helps you gather your thoughts, get your strategy in order, because no one must ever trade on a breakout of a trend line. That is suicidal.
Yeah, but you see, now that's my point, that some people use them as, I have a trend line at this level, and they think the market will reverse them just because someone has a trend line.
The trend line tells you, simple way to put it, the trend line tells you the start of one sentiment and the end of the other.
TMS.
You then have a strategy.
Yeah, TMS is saying this is what made me leave trend lines, because I was confused always. So I only want horizontal lines. My man. Like, okay, the issue here is not, I always say every strategy works, guys. It doesn't matter what, if it works with how you trade and how you do things.
Oh my God, you're winning.
I'll win this one, I
I'm
promise.
I'm going to convert them, but you're going to see.
No.
Guys, listen, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I don't say trade on trend lines.
Yeah.
No one does that.
Sure.
I say trend lines prepare you for the next move. If that trend line is respected too many times, it then means that it's a breakout of a trend line, like literally a candle that then forms above the trend line, is a sign of something. It doesn't mean you need to get into the position. I like things that prepare me. I maybe maybe I'm not spontaneous like that. The level that gets reached is when then I know from that trend line and how it's trading away from the trend line or towards the trend line, I then know that the breakout of that particular level is going to happen. And I'll show you throughout when we're doing this.
Yeah.
That's why I say technical analysis tells you a story, and you need to be able to see that story to know how people are trading.
Sure.
I'll give you this example with, are we still on your chart or my chart?
Yeah, let me put on your chart. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, if you traded on the trend line here, you know how many times you would have been stopped out? This trend line movement for me, like if this is saying to me, okay, there's obviously a tug of war between buyers and sellers, but there is, because it keeps peaking but respecting, the next peak away, as in another candle that forms above there, would then mean that sentiment for the 15-minute period is now changing.
Yeah.
And now I need to prepare for a buy. Okay. It's not saying I should trade, but the minute it does this and then pulls back, that itself says to me the selling momentum is going to be huge. Because it's tried to break through the trend line and it's failing. Now look at this candle. Where's this candle going to form? If that's a bullish candle.
Okay. Just to cut you there. So you are saying by the trend line, if it's failing to break it, chances are it's going to go to the downside, right?
The downside is going to be strong.
Okay, fine. Now you see where my argument is. What's the price there? Exactly where it is on the trend line.
Well, I mean, if you
draw. Can you put a horizontal line there? Exactly there. Yes. Okay, what is the difference then between that trend line and the horizontal line? Because if you go back, you would see that go to the left hand side.
Left, yeah.
Yeah. We bounce off that price for some time. Go back again. Left again.
Yeah, I see this.
There, bounce again. Right. Go even further to the left hand side. We had a railroad track there. Bounce off that price again. Zoom out the chart again. Zoom it out. Yeah. Again. Can you see that level is going a long way? Can you see even there, as you are saying, correctly saying that it tells you a story, right?
I get you.
Sure. But can you see that me and you, and we are looking at the same thing? It's just that you would use the trend line approach. I will use a horizontal line.
I still use horizontal. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but for me it's too much. I mean, its trend line is horizontal. Rather not have the trend line and just have the horizontal.
No. I need to know what sentiment. This breakout here cannot tell you this. If you had no trend line here, let's just delete this here. You had no trend line there. To you, this is just trading sideways, right? So it's a sideways trend that once this is breached, it's likely to go to 33, and once that is breached, it's likely to go to 30. So it's a whole sideways. Now, in the sideways trend, you need to know who's winning from a sideways trend. Is it the bulls or the bears? In terms of mental preparation.
Sure.
Trend lines help with mental preparation of what you should anticipate. It's not an act of right now in your mind. Trend is moving sideways. The minute you start putting a trend line here, it then says yes. It then says sentiment is changing from what is sideways to potential upside.
Okay, can you go on?
Besides the fact of you can't even use that there are rising bottoms here because this rising bottom was violated.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Sure.
So it's a mental preparation. It's not a trade on an act. Horizontal lines are always going to take favor. Always. But you need to know what is the thinking in terms of from this sideways movement. This is already saying even if it's moving sideways, the bulls are taking charge, and so the RSI is also confirming that.
Okay. No, it does make sense.
Personally, for me, I wouldn't know that if I'm just seeing a sideways movement. If I'm just doing that, do you get where I'm coming from? The trend line.
Sure. No, I hear you. But Goksala, 52% are saying no.
We're going to run this poll again.
Okay.
For my next week, let's see if there's a conversion. Baba.
Yeah.
And I just want you to, I want to emphasize, I'm not saying trade on the trend line. Never do that. You'll lose money. But a mental preparation for a trader always has to be mentally prepared for the next move. So in other words, you are now anticipating the next move before the move happens.
Yeah, I hear you, and I don't like the poll now. It's
what is it doing?
It's 51. It's changing now. It's 51.49. Choppers, you know what I do.
Choppers, you know who's yes, I was lagging. Now it's just sense to me.
No, I hear you. I think you are disciplined like that, Mush. Your mental capacity is disciplined like that you could see a lot of things and still make sense out of it. Some
because
people,
I need to know. It's like exactly. It's like being a clairvoyant.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever. You know, like being a clairvoyant to say, okay, this is what could potentially happen, and I am seeing because, like I say, at this point, these rising tops would have thrown you off. But the trend line will tell you what it's actually buyers or sellers in charge. It's evident buyers are in charge in this case. It's broken above the trend line. It's probably going to trade through that 33.90 mark. One could even nibble in, probably try and get in at that price if you want an earlier entry. Is the RSI overbought?
Yeah.
Not even overbought yet. But when just a move there already can take you straight to 33. But you then know overbought, it's probably going to pull back.
But do you know what's gonna tell me that we are not consolidating as yet?
What?
VWAP.
Is it okay? I want to see the VWAP.
Okay.
I'm only going to see that like.
Yeah, it's fine. I have it there. Let me remove this so that and also change the color so that it does it. Let me put white on my VWAP. So your trend line is my VWAP. It does the work for me. Which is my white line at $3,295 an ounce, which is a psychological level for me. You're gonna see it just now. I'm losing the poll.
Yeah. So the tablet got me. They give you a general direction. You need general direction.
Rita, you will trade Bitcoin alone. I agree with switch sides.
Don't worry about it. I'm here for you, baby.
You will trade Bitcoin alone. You are on your own on Bitcoin. In fact, when we analyze Bitcoin, we're excluding Rita. We're gonna block Rita for analysis for Bitcoin. Then we unblock him after that.
You need, you know what? For me, let me just say, trend lines is like a Google map of your location, and then your horizontal lines are telling you which street to be turning to.
I don't have. Oh, sorry, Mush. I didn't switch on my screen there. I'm sorry. Okay, there. No, I think you can see it now.
Yeah. Jab. Sorry, yes, guys. I really bludgeon people's names, ne? Jab. Okay, he says she's right. Trend lines helps with mental preparation. You need a mental preparation. You never in a trade. You must never when you're trading. You must never be caught by surprise. Never.
Can you see mine now? Can you see my view up where you have your trend line?
I can't remember.
No, check it now. You should now.
I'm still seeing my own chart on.
Check it on YouTube.
That's what I'm looking at.
No, it should be your stream is make it on live. Put it on live. Yeah. Put it on live.
Okay, I'm on live. I don't know.
You should be seeing it. Everybody's seeing my chat now. They're seeing the black chat.
Hey, you're gonna have to help me with that one.
I'm looking at trend line. I'm looking at trend line, guys, so that when they ask me to analyze something, Nyabazib.
Remember, mental preparation is the importance of a trend line, not trading. The horizontal lines are the breakout points.
No, 100%. I agree with you there. I agree with you.
I mean, you'll get through these live streamings. You'll get an insight on my thinking when it comes to technical analysis and how it has changed over time. I mean, I've been doing this without giving up my age too much.
Savage, I'm gonna block you.
And I'm still so block. Who said?
Savage, I'm block. Savage, I'm blocking you. Savage, the more I look into Honorable Minister of Technical Analysis, he has such a long name.
Leave him. I like it.
The more I want to start using trend lines. Okay.
Savage, Irena.
Vatish is hypnotizing us to go against our president. Yeah, I agree.
We
can end the poll. The poll ended on 50-50. No, it's fine. Let's end it.
I have beaten you by a hard 10%.
No, 5%. No, but the poll on end.
Mary, Mr. President, Nemetsi yako is not matching. 55 minus 55 is what?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's you.
That's a long stretch, 10%.
Yeah, but you ever hypnotize?
Guys, I'm telling you what this is experience over years.
Can you see my chat now?
Hey, wait, I'm not. You're gonna have
no,
to.
Your stream is delayed.
We'll do it together. Yeah, 50-50, right? Yeah. Let's close the poll. Thank you very much.
No, we don't. You're pushing it. In fact, the stream won't end until the poll changes there.
Okay. Yeah. Your maths, your savage, your president's maths. Guys.
Every president have problem with maths. I inherited this thing. I inherited this thing.
The famous. What was it? That number that Mr. Zuma was.
Yeah. Listen properly. 7.
But you see now, guys. Can I just reiterate with this trade, which means because I think this trade is going to probably go through once we've all offline.
I don't know why you cannot see my thing, eh?
Alina, is my chart on? No.
I actually put mine there. Yeah, you have a thing. I would love for you to see this view up that is exactly on your trend line. Yes.
Let's have a session together.
I'm gonna send you.
Because I really cannot see it from YouTube.
I'm gonna send you a screenshot quickly.
Okay, but is my chart showing? Can you share that quickly?
Not yet. Just 1 second, please.
That's one thing I'd really love for us to try with the choppers as well. For them to be able to tell a story with this, not just trade, because once you tell a story, that's a mental preparation itself. Do you understand when I say tell a story?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, let's see.
Check thingy. I'm on a block hunt now. I'm looking for someone to block quickly.
Why are you blocking?
Listen to what Sipping Pips is saying. You rather close, Mr. President, before it's 90-10 today.
Someone removed the yes. Yes, guys. Let's close this poll, guys.
Do you see my thing here?
It's because when are you threatening people?
Yeah, that's presidential approach.
Guys.
You can see the screenshot I sent you, right?
Yeah. I see it.
That's my view up there. Exactly where you have your trend line.
The yellow.
Yeah. No, not the yellow. The white. The white.
Oh, is it white or green? I'm not.
The thing is,
it's the indicator.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Look, I mean, it basically does act as a trend line. You're correct. But can you see that my trend line breakout? Is this the most recent? You just sent me the picture now. As it.
Yeah.
So remember. Yeah, the trend line breakout. Oh, you see now this is also saying something.
So you see, your trend line is broken. I'm still within because of the VWAP.
Yeah, you're still within, which is good, But the trend line, remember, I'm not trading on the trend line breakout, but the trend line breakout is saying that there's potential buyers, there are more buyers and sellers at this point in time.
Yeah, most definitely. Because that's a weighted average. So it does make sense. We've got volume there, playing around that price, which does make sense with what you're saying with the trend line. The argument here is not the trend line. The argument here is some people, when they have the trend lines there, it tends to confuse them, and sometimes they see things that are not even there, right? So they might not even use it to trade at all. It's just they want to put it there to try to figure out, to tell a story, as you are saying. But sometimes some people are not disciplined. I know I'm not disciplined enough. I will see a trend line, I'm like, okay, we are playing within it. Maybe I should now go for my sell short position or my buying position, because of I see this. So to avoid that, I normally would have my view up there, do my thing, and yeah, let it ride.
And it makes sense. It's just, in my case, also, the importance of a trend line is how far back it is. And I don't think VWAP gives you that information.
No, it does, because remember,
from what I'm seeing here,
it does. Remember, it goes with the trend as well. VWAP gives you an indication of where you are potentially going with the trend, and it will measure the volume from back then. But not only the
whipsaws with the trend line, with the VWAP, to me, it looks pretty much like a moving average.
No, it's not, because the moving average, because the moving average, if you are going to change from 15 minutes to 1 hour, the moving average will change, but the VWAP will not change.
It's the whipsaws, MJ. It's that.
No, I'm saying
it's not credible for me. The whipsaws, but I guess the whipsaws in your case would be telling you that it's moving sideways, because I think your whipsaws, I'm looking at your chart. This is where the whipsaws start. So okay, VWAP makes sense. It's trading sideways. Let me just do this now here.
So if I'm looking for buy orders and I'm below VWAP, I'll never even hesitate looking for those buy orders until at least I close above it. You understand? Then in your case, it would have broken your trend line and close above your trend line.
Yeah, you know what? It would be. I think what would be very, very useful for the choppers is us sticking to our own type of analysis, which is good, and then seeing the difference, because they say the same thing. I think it's a matter of timing.
No, but definitely, that's what I'm saying. We're trading the same thing. It's just that our approach is different, and the poll is changing, by the way. 53 is 47. No, it is changing.
Yeah, one of the people are.
We are only closing the poll when it's.
It's closed. It's closed now. It's 10 o'clock.
No, it's not.
It's closed. It is.
Neptune is saying we should stream until 11.
Hi guys, I've got things. How are we that much fun?
Yeah, I think so.
That's encouraging.
Savage is saying shout out to all the choppers liking the live. Yeah. So who's the top 3 today? Participants. Number 1 is Neptune. Number 2 is Savage. Number 3 is Rita.
Oh, Justice. Don't worry, Justice. I'm gonna convert you.
Yeah, Justice understands justice.
I saw that, Justice. Don't worry, Justice.
Justice understands justice.
Justice is just misled.
Justice understands how things should be done. Okay.
This is just gold is a bit irritating at this point. Are you breaking out or not? God damn.
Yeah, I don't. It's that.
But if it continues trading above that trend line.
Wow. Black Money Trades is saying I'm voting for her just to win. I'm not using trend lines. Okay. Now we know that they are feeling sorry for you. Now, but that's what black money is saying.
Choppers.
Yes, but that's what black money is saying. He's saying I'm voting for her just to win.
Against how many other choppers? Don't be encouraging.
Yeah, black money said it, and I'm sure, guys. Just be honest with you. Just be honest with me, choppers. You know,
is it true? Are you just saying it because it's me?
Choppers, we come from a struggle together. You know how it was. We got our training from Angola. We know how we've been under the bushes and fighting this struggle. Yes, I know. Oh. I know. That's why I'm mentioning it.
Oh, I thought you literally okay. I thought you said you got okay.
So, we know the struggle. We understand where we come from. Let's be honest with one another, comrades.
Let's just keep running this. Let's just. We will touch
sure.
on.
Listen to Ntlanganipo. Ntlanganipo is responding to black money trades. He's saying true. You see?
Guys, are you just voting because it's me?
Andy, it's been a long time, my friend. It's been a long time. Where have you been, Andy?
Yeah.
You know, I know all the choppers by name. Like, I know all of them. If one is absent, I can tell he was absent for which days.
She's okay.
Namune uti open ballot to solve this. The ballot is already open. I'm losing the elections so far, but
nice 10. Close, guys. Close the ballots.
When I Savage, I don't trust you.
Oh man, I'm looking for something.
Yeah, Rita, you are right.
What?
KG is saying to black is saying to is it black trades ichi usaba go blockwa. Yeah, I'm exercising dictatorship now. Like he's saying, Mr. President is abusing his power. A true South African.
Yeah, it's yes, but
no. Prepare.
Guys, I'm gonna have to go now.
Diego, I'm not accommodating anyone. The struggle is real. The struggle is on.
Please close the poll. I've won.
Okay. Friday, Jafta, you sold me out already. It's fine. We don't have to read that.
You know the truth.
Okay.
The truth.
Friday we on again. What time? Same place. We're gonna be looking at stock portfolios, especially local ones, guys. Especially local ones. So Friday it is. We are together again. Choppers, thank you so much, and thank you so much for voting for the president. I really appreciate you for us winning this struggle together.
For the minute.
Thank you, guys. You know how we do it. The poll has ended. It's fine. You know how we do it. I will be. Yeah, Neptune is saying win or lose, we stand with our president.
Neptune Marona, you're not playing with my heart, but it's fine. Now
you know how we do it. You know how we do it, comrades. The struggle continues. We saw the comrades that are not loyal to the movement. We see you. We see what you are doing, and we will deal with you accordingly. I've got their names written down here.
Can you already see that VWAP holders are dictatorships? I'm all about peace, love, and happiness.
It's fine, comrades. We saw them. We will do accordingly. You know what we do when we have comrades. Yeah, exactly. Someone said those votes were manipulated. I agree. It's a system that was introduced here. So
I say the truth is the poll.
It's fine. Why is it that it started on 80-20 all of a sudden?
Because people are seeing the truth. We've been
Namune saying disciplinary hearing for those who voted against the president. Don't worry, Namune. I've got their names here. I've got their all of them. They are here. Ritabile is saying we choose dictatorship. It's fine.
Neptune is playing us.
We got the task team. We got the task team wearing army uniform. We'll deal with them. Don't worry. On Friday, don't be surprised when we have 20 people. When we have 20 people watching.
Peaceful life, not a dictatorship life.
Don't worry. It's Friday when we have 20 people watching the stream. Just know that the other 100 is gone. Dealt with. All right, Choppers, thank you so much for your time. Last words from you, Ms. Ukama.
Last words. Okay, you caught me by surprise there. Let's just watch this trade. You've got the levels.
Yeah, I still have 3,300 like you.
We must actually. Is there a way we could give a result about the trade?
No, definitely on the private group, guys. On the private group, please tell them to join our private group, and it's free. All they just
on the private group. Where is the private group?
No, on Telegram. I haven't added you. I wanna now young expose a man. I've been busy, but you were busy yesterday. You were on TV yesterday.
What abuse is happening to the Choppers?
That's the leadership we didn't know. Guys, you knew this. Yeah, like he's saying, don't worry, Mr. President. You lost the battle, and you will lose. I will lose the war again.
So figure a new president, man, guys.
Yeah, Neptune 2 years have a block. I've got the names here. You know what? I'm dealing with them just after the stream.
Neptune. I forgive you. It's okay. Neptune is like she's trying to say hore. She likes us both, but she obviously likes together.
Okay, so Friday it is. I'm actually traveling on Friday immediately after the stream, so we're gonna be right on time. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you, and we'll keep you posted with the trades that we are going to take on the group. Oh, I was saying that the people that wants to join the private group, they just need to use our link down below there. Sign up with Okta. That's it, and make their deposits, and they can get on the group where we can share more knowledge. Miss Gama is also part and parcel of our team now, and as I said, guys, we are going to grow from one glory to another. Yeah, this is what Floyd did to CIC. I see you. We on. Yes, can you close the stream, Miss Gama, please?
So I said, okay, bye everyone.
Bye, my people, the ones that voted for me. I want to say goodbye and all the best with the I'm sending you private signals now. Check your emails, check your Telegram, check your WhatsApp. I'm sending a communication on how we're gonna deal with this struggle from your president, the only president there is. We out.
Bye.